Hello, I'm Joe Kowalski. For my book talk, I chose J.A.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit, self-proclaimed greatest fantasy epic of our time. I mean, I don't know if I'd go that far, especially considering the successor is The Lord of the Rings, but all things said and done, it is a masterpiece and one of the greatest children's books of the 20th century. One thing that makes The Hobbit so genuinely successful I'm sorry, who are you? Oh no, I'm just a fan. I mean, I love the book. I mean, I've never actually read it, but I saw the movie and it was like, wow, wow. Are you kidding me? You're always supposed to read the book first. Oh, no way, then you know what's gonna happen. It's no fun. Yeah, but there's plenty of reasons you should read the book first. I mean, then you can complain to people about how bad the movie was compared to the book. That's fun. And for another thing, you're gonna have to wait another 2 years before the movies are all even out. Do you even know what happens? Yeah, I know what it's about. It's about Bimbo Baggins and a bunch of midgets, and there's the wizard who goes, "You shall not pass," and there's like the beautiful lady. Bilbo Baggins! Bilbo! Another thing you miss from watching the movie instead of the book is just J.A.R. Tolkien himself. Tolkien has such a unique style to his writing, especially in The Hobbit. For one thing, he just knows his world extremely well. He could probably tell you every single place in Middle-earth, every character. Everything is so thick and rich and detailed. It is like experiencing a whole other world. The strength in his writing is just an encyclopedic knowledge of his world. It greatly benefits the story. It makes it feel multi-layered and dense. This book especially, he's very laid back. He's almost like telling the story to you. It's got that sort of feel to it. I'll read you a passage. Don't give me that look. Chapter 1, An Unexpected Party. In a hole in the ground there lived a hobbit. Not a nasty, dirty, wet hole filled with the ends of worms and an oozy smell, nor yet a dry, bare, sandy hole with nothing in it to sit down on or to eat. It was a hobbit hole, and that meant comfort. Had a perfectly round door like a porthole, painted green with a shiny yellow brass knob in the exact middle. The door opened onto a tube-shaped hall like a tunnel, a very comfortable tunnel without smoke, with paneled walls and floors tiled and carpeted, provided with polished chairs and lots of pegs for hats and coats. The Hobbit was fond of visitors. The tunnel wound on. Alright, I'm sorry I don't care about a stupid nerdy kid's book. I don't know who you are. I don't even know why you're in my house. Okay, it may be a little bit more of a children's book. It's certainly not as sophisticated as something as The Lord of the Rings. But it is very deep in its own right, and I will not have you dishing it! Jeez, stop! In fact, one theme is just the concept of growing up. Bilbo's always led a very normal, cozy life in his little hobbit hole. It takes an adventure to get him out and understand what the world is actually like. Stuck with all these dwarves who are actually rather childlike in comparison, over time Bilbo finds the strength to kind of become the leader, and he learns so much more than anybody else in this book. He gains self-confidence, he gains wisdom, he gains maturity. He thought he was mature before, but after his grand adventure he realized what true maturity was. You're getting all upset over his stupid old book. Got me on that one. Not that it's stupid. It's old, okay? You see, The Hobbit was actually written in the 1930s, and Tolkien took some of the experiences from his own adventures in World War I to write them. While a lot of authors from that time were taking their experiences from World War I to create a sense of irony, Tolkien did something very different. He turned it into a fantasy adventure. That whole experience of being ripped away from your home into an adventure you didn't want to necessarily be on, and having to deal with all kind of nasty unpleasantries along the way, but still masquerading as just a kid's book if you want to see it that way. There's a lot of different levels you could just view it as. Between this and blending together so many things that hadn't really been combined before, you know, ancient folklore and adventure and humor and children's literature, it is very emblematic of its time. It created a whole kind of genre, really. I'm getting out of here. Someone told me this is a bathroom. Guess not. It still smells bad. You're a stupid Alright, yeah, fine, go! And just so you know, I completely respect your opinion to hate the Hobbit. I just decided to hate you as a person. You're gonna marry a blobbit. Stupid. Nobbit.
He couldn't even say Hobbit.
Yeah, I know. How hard is it to say Hobbit? Do I actually smell bad? Okay.
Hello, my name is a girl. Bye.
Hey, that was really good.
Can I see it?
Sure.